I can't say what would have happened.
Right. That's
what with that night, but I know with him and his team, had they been with her, from what I hear, they had a fight or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Right. I feel like my security team within that fight right there, it would have just probably been all the way over.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
I always wondered this. Is it tough because you yourself are a celebrity, right? I mean, everybody knows you. I mean, if they ever followed your baseball career to, you've been on, your wife or your ex, your son, like there's a lot of things to follow and call. And then you have artists that may not be even as popular as you. So is that tough to navigate that when you're like, man, I'm popular too? Shit.
I still always take the approach that I'm like the behind the scenes dude. I never was supposed to be in the front. I had just played my 15 years in Major League Baseball. You know what I'm saying? I was coming home to kind of retire, but it was like it was moving slow and people was like, man, you need to jump out front so it can move faster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, all right, well, cool. But then I got out front and then kind of started like, now I ain't gonna say liking the role, but just kind of understanding and getting better at it. And that just seemed to become a problem amongst artists, you know what I'm saying? Artists don't want they CEO looking fresh like them, standing next to them, or just anything. They want everybody to just cater to them all the time. And I think early on, that was the problems I had because I go back and look at my pictures and stuff, if you got jewelry on and people saying what's up to you first, or they not just acknowledging they superstar, and somebody else in the camp is getting that, it's a problem. And I didn't understand that. I just came from Major League Baseball, making all-star games and doing all this type of stuff. So when I go to these places, if you see like the behind-the-scenes guys, they usually white people that watch baseball. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna talk to me, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to these people, or whoever, T. Ferris or Megan, and they just see me talking to, they think that's like, I'm violating, you know what I'm saying? Because I shouldn't be saying nothing to nobody. I should be just sitting back, just kind of catering to all their needs and wants, you know what I'm saying? Which we did, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still gotta get out there and learn. I didn't come to this for the money, you know what I'm talking about? I came here for the experience. I wanted to learn all the stuff that I was learning now. I didn't wanna go through this craziness that I went through. I came to learn like everything else that T. Ferris knew and stuff like that. But once again, that's like a hidden little rule that they don't want you learning that neither. You know what I'm saying?
But see, now it's a different Carl Crawford. Now you 10 million plus sold, probably more than that. So now how do you approach the game now that you got your cachet? It ain't just baseball Carl Crawford, nigga. I've sold records for
I just got an understanding of how stuff go now. And I try to like keep the distance between me and the artist. And just try to understand them better too, because like I said, I wasn't perfect. I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I had T. Ferris right there. I wasn't expecting my homie to turn on me, you know what I'm saying, and lead me. Basically, what they did to me was equivalent of, you watch Mafia movies? You know what I'm saying? You know when they take that ride in the car? You know what I'm saying? And he's riding in the front seat. You know what's gonna happen. If you riding in the front seat and you got two dudes in the back, you know what's gonna happen. But what happened with me was, normally they shoot you in the back of the head and then they speeding on the freeway or whatever, they throw you out the car and you dead. Well, when they threw me out the car, I didn't die. You know what I'm saying? I didn't die. I had the last little breath that I had, and I didn't know nobody else. T. Ferris took all this contact with me. I only had one contact right there. Tell him I only had one contact, and I didn't know nothing else about the music business. So I just kind of got myself together, and I hit High Rod, and we got to work, man. And we built from that moment on. We built to where we at right now, man. So that's why. I could talk like this and explain it to y'all. Now, back then, I couldn't even explain what was going on. And they knew that too. And that's why they ran circles around me and they did me how they did me in the media, because they knew I didn't even know how to explain nothing. So they took full advantage of that and made me look like I was just this villain guy. And because even if I wanted to explain myself, I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? It was like you robbed a baby, you know what I'm saying? But I'm an adult now, so it's like, you want round two kinda, but I don't want no smoke. I just want to be left alone, you know what I'm saying?
Would you ever sign another female artist? after
Of
this?
course. I'm in the business. I'll work with them. I'll do business with them again. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just how the business goes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it ain't even like no emotional. I was way too emotional in the beginning. And,
Gotcha.
and by you know, I had good means to be like that. But,
Right.
you know, it ain't no emotion in this stuff. You got to just do what you got to do and, you know, fall back, I guess.
What was the hardest artist to deal with for you? Like, just on a personal note, the hardest.
Who was the hardest?
Yeah, the hardest to deal with.
Damn. I feel like, man, I don't even know. I mean, they all just, you know what I'm saying, got like this.
What was the craziest request that they asked you for that you like, man, I ain't doing that?
I don't even think they. What's the request, man? It ain't even the requesting nothing big. It's more so of just like, when you say no, you know what I'm saying? And it won't be nothing. It ain't necessarily nothing big. It's more so like, okay, we've been doing this a certain way, and then you finally say no. You know what I'm saying? Like in Erica case, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shoot, they wanted she wanted to borrow some money, right? So, okay, I've been lending you and doing stuff like this, but now I'm hearing, you know, you got this boyfriend in Atlanta,
right,
y'all,
exactly.
you living amongst your means, and you want to get money from me to go do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, I ain't got it. Psh, what you do that for? That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's like one example, but I'm not saying she the worst, because she not the worst, but the worst is just like some people y'all ain't even heard of, not even a big artist. I don't even want to talk about them, but yeah, I done had some crash shot, just tripping.
Do you give like advice to your artists about like, for instance, like Erica Banks, like, man, maybe you shouldn't go deal with finesse 2 times, or maybe that is a good look, or like.
See, now the thing is, I don't get in their personal business when they go deal with their little dudes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's one.
Yeah, how much does that affect your investment though?
It does affect it when they make decisions like, you know what I'm saying, like that. And then, you know, you look bad and all that type of stuff. But, you know, I just try to like, I pretty much with them, I just kind of hope that they management teams kind of like be more like, have more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Just
Something you can't do.
able to guide them, you know what I'm saying,
right.
the right way. I try to trust their teams, you know what I'm saying, to do right, because at the end of the day, man, I just hate to have to go in and tell a person who not to screw and who to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't none of my business.
Right. What would you say is the worst decision that Megan made
That she made?
dealing with you?
Dealing with me? I don't know, because everything went so well. Only thing I could say is that, you know what I'm saying, the security team that I had, you know what I'm talking about, they be following everything, you know what I'm saying? And T. Ferris know these guys because he tried to go behind my back and hire them. So I know that team right there. Is solid, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Truck. But I can't say what would have happened
That's
with that night, but I know with him and his team, had they been with her, from what I hear, they had a fight or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I feel like my security team, within that fight right there, it would have just probably been all the way over with. Now, that's easy to say looking back at it right now. You know what I'm saying? But, because I don't know everything that happened, but.
Did she ever lie to you about anything back in the gap?
Man, like I said, I really wasn't asking her questions to where she can lie to me. I really didn't get in their business, bro. Like, I really didn't care what they did. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for you on personal, like, y'all talking, like, did she ever, because people paying her out like, oh, she be lying about everything.
Yeah, we never really had conversations for her to lie to me. You know what I'm saying? I never asked her questions to where she, you know what I'm saying? It was more so just kind of like, you know, what time you gonna be at the studio, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We never went too deep. Like I said, we had just met her, and we didn't really know her too long. You know what I'm saying? T. Ferris is the one that tried to act like he had this greater connection, because he do that with everybody. That's how he get in. So I ain't gonna front, man. We had just met her. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't know her too good to just be, you know, even worried about little shit like that.
Man, what's the craziest thing you heard online about you during this whole fiasco where you just want to clear it up?
Just like a lot of people be like, you know, they made you and you wasn't nobody before
Right, that's
before them. That's the craziest stuff to me.
That's crazy.
I'm like, man, I was already $200 million up before I met these people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I gotta take this shit from these people telling me how this girl made me, bro. Like, nobody, you know what I'm talking about? I come from Houston, Texas, bro, in February. I come up from nothing, you know what I'm saying? I worked and grinded hard and did everything I was supposed to do to get myself to this level, all to just get bashed by this girl who not even from Houston, you know what I'm saying? And y'all actually believe it, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. But I know the new world is real is fake and fake is real, so I'm having problems adapting to that new world order.
Yeah. Just off note real quick, how does it feel to touch 200 million, nigga?
I'm just saying, it feels good, bro, because you know what I'm saying? I worked since I was 8 years old to get to that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I worked hard to get to that, and you know, like I said, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to come and get into the music business, and I executed my plan. I retired. I ain't gonna say I retired early. I still played 14 seasons. Yeah. And the moment I retired, I came into baseball. Yeah. And shit, man, I executed my plan. Right. Now I guess a lot of people, what I'm hearing is a lot of guys was like, why he coming to our lane? You know what I'm saying? He should have stayed with baseball and this and that. But you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and all them guys, they got baseball divisions. They got what's they called? Agencies and stuff that sign baseball players. You're not crying, once again, the dick riding stuff, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't crying about nobody switching over into baseball, but you got a problem with me coming into a place where I feel like I can be productive, you know?
Last question, I'm getting off of it.
I mean, you know.
When you was kidding with Tory Lanez, did he tell you his side of the story?
Nah, I ain't even asking. Listen, let me tell you about the Tory Lanez thing anyway, though. I was literally leaving out the club, and then Junior was walking in with him, you know what I'm saying? And so we all saw each other, so yeah, it was like, man, what's up? So really, the music was playing, you could tell we really didn't say no. We just said, dapped each other up, and they just started recording, and shit, that was pretty much it. It wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? We knew it was gonna do that. They sent that shit to court so fast, you know what I'm saying? It was like all that.
One more question. The elephant in the room about Megan. Did she snitch?
Did she snitch on who?
Tory.
I mean, I don't.
Would you say that snitching?
By saying he shot her?
Yeah.
On Instagram Live, though. Like.
I don't know, man. You know, she felt like somebody shot her. Like they gonna say, she a woman. She ain't a gangster, you know what I'm saying? She ain't in the streets, so. She's a Samaritan, so I guess you have the right to tell, you know what I'm saying?
But shouldn't it be a no-fly zone for Tory in Houston, though?
No-fly zone?
Like, shouldn't it be like, you can't come to Houston? Like,
who, Tory?
If he really did that, you know what I'm saying? Because the producer jumped out there early, nigga, and was like, oh, yeah, we on your ass. If we ever see.
I'm like, who, we? Ain't nobody, the G ain't even, I don't even know. Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why he went at that man like that. Like, he don't, you know, but at the end of the day, shoot, there wasn't no fly zone. You see who he was with in the video. He was with Sauce Walker and Junior. So they supposed to be the two keys of the city. Yeah, he was right there chilling with them. So. Yeah.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.